It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso, here on SABC3. Continuing with our health discussion on the COVID-19 vaccine, Infectious Diseases Specialist Dr. Emile Reid is still with us right now. Last week, Minister of Health Zweli Mkhize announced that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine would be arriving in South Africa very soon. And Dr. Reid will be answering some of your questions on the vaccine before taking on a viewers' question. Actually, we want to answer the viewers' questions before he answers some of the questions that we have for him.
Yes, we've got so many calls coming in right now, Kukla and Doctor, that we thought we just had to answer them and try and at least serve some justice to everyone that's calling in. So first up on the call is actually Anita. Anita, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. What is your question for Dr. Reid?
Okay, I'm very allergic to all antibiotics, everything except for silver sulfite. And I need to know if this is safe for me, because I can't even take some other vaccines.
All right, Doc, were you able to hear that?
Anita, that's an absolute fantastic question. She's allergic to a whole host of things. Can she take the vaccine?
Yeah.
And for all of us in the field, we remember December 2020, particularly in Britain, there was a warning out with regards to the Pfizer and the BioNTech, and that is a mRNA vaccine, that people with any allergies, whether it's food, whether it's drugs, etc., should rather refrain from using the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. And the same does not hold true for any of the other viruses. And for us in South Africa, the likelihood of us getting either the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine, it's very, very low chance that that will happen. So the vaccines that we will have available, Johnson & Johnson or the Novavax vaccine, will be safe for people with allergies. So refrain from the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine.
Okay.
Got it.
And Doc, look, you mentioned obviously the fact that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine might become more available. And that's something we definitely want to chat about later, and I've got a lot of questions. But before we do, we've got another call on the line, of course, and I believe it is Almarie. Almarie, are you with us this morning?
Good morning, yes, it's Delmarie.
Oh, apologies about that. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
No, I'm fantastic. Dr. Emile, thank you for your advice, helps a lot. My question to you is, if I'm allergic to aspirin, how will the vaccine react to my body? And then I'm planning on getting pregnant. Will that also influence the pregnancy and stuff like that?
Delmarie, that's an amazing question. And the big problem with the current vaccine trials that were conducted is that there were very few pregnant ladies included, and also children. So currently we don't know. We don't have those answers. And the best thing for Delmarie, for instance, to do is to speak to her gynecologist and take her cue from the gynae. Because currently, from a study point of view, it hasn't been studied that extensively in any way.
All right, well, great advice coming through from Dr. Emile Reid, of course, and we'll be chatting to him a little bit later. I believe there was a second part to the question about the allergies, which we did actually obviously answer, and the pregnancies too. And that's something that's coming up quite often. I notice a lot of women are concerned about pregnancy and whether or not it's something that they should take on, whether they are coming towards taking that vaccine or not. So a lot of uncertainty there. So your suggestion is definitely chat to a gynae.
Exactly.
All right, well, of course, guys, Dr. Emile Reid, our infectious disease specialist, will be answering all of your questions on the coronavirus again a little bit later on the show, and we'll be chatting to you about the updated corona vaccine potentially coming through from Johnson & Johnson, and you are going to want to stick around for that. Lots of information, a lot of uncertainty, and Dr. Emile Reid is here to clear up all our questions.